What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Can you hear me now? Welcome to TSR Sports. I saw this article and I wanted to cover it today because, well, I like talking Spurs, and this is an interesting one and something that I think a few of you have mentioned. Anyway, Bill Simmons, who I don't know who this, earnestly suggests not moving. The Spurs trade for Kyrie Irving. Spurs fans, ladies and gentlemen, your thoughts. Should the San Antonio Spurs make a play for Kyrie Irving? If so, who should they give up to trade for him? Now, there's a lot happening with Kyrie. If you're not aware of it, we're going to go over it in a moment in this article, but there's a lot of just trading players for a contract. Of course, hit that thumbs up if you like Sports Channel. Subscribe for more Spurs content. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of the article. Hey, that's Patty Mills back there. Okay. So, Kyrie Irving. There's drama in Brooklyn, in case you're not aware. And the Ringer, not sure what the Ringer is, Bill Simmons thinks the Spurs should bail them out. Okay, let's continue on. On Tuesday, which is yesterday, former Spurs assistant coach and former Nets GM Sean Marks made the announcement that Irving wouldn't be able to play for the team in a limited role. Because of his un-VAX status, Kyrie is ineligible to play in New York due to a state VAX mandate. Well, instead of just being able to play the games outside of New York, which would what originally thought was going to happen in playing road games, he's not going to be able to play any games. So let's see what the Athletics reporting as we scroll a little further down. Multiple sources with direct knowledge of Kyrie Irving's decision have told The Athletic that Irving is not anti-VAX, and that his stance is that he's upset that people are losing their jobs due to VAX man to the dates. I don't know what you can say on YouTube these days, so I'm trying to keep it, please forgive me, trying to keep it safe, if you will. Further down the article, things don't change. But the Nets will be forced to field two superstars. That's Kevin Durant and James Harden, which is still a pretty good 1-2 punch if you don't ask me. If you ask me. I said that wrong, but you get what I'm saying. This season instead of three. While their talent level certainly takes a hit without Irving available, which it would, Bill Simmons apparently thinks the Spurs could help them avoid too big of a loss. What if they traded him to San Antonio and got DeJounte Murray back in to contrast, asked Simmons on his podcast. Why is DeJounte in the middle, always in the middle of trade discussion? We like DeJounte Murray, don't we? I do. Anyway, in regards to the contract, the suggestion was met with immediate apprehension, as it should. How do you trade for Kyrie if you're anybody right now? Responded a guest. You do it if you're the Spurs and don't have an A-lister on the team, replied Simmons. And we don't have an all-star or superstar on the team right now, and Kyrie Irving would certainly fit that role. This is not going to happen. There's no chance, in my opinion, this happens. The main reason being, well, one, the Spurs don't trade. I'm not sure we could pull off a trade, but the big reason, I guess two reasons, Kyrie Irving is not VAX to this date. As far as I know, the entire San Antonio Spurs roster, including coaches, maybe the whole organization, has been VAXed. So you have, there's a conflict there. I would assume whoever is going to join the Spurs, that's going to be a requirement. That's what they want. And Kyrie, I can't see him going from Brooklyn to San Antonio and all of a sudden changes his mind and joining the team. So I don't think there's any chance this is going to happen. It's intriguing, but I don't think it's going to happen. If it was to happen, what would I trade for him? Or what would we need to trade for him? Let's just play devil's advocate, if you will. What would we need to give up? One of our guards. DeJounte seems like one that might be a Derek or DeJounte. Derek's performance in the preseason, though, might have, and his recent injury history, not that Kyrie doesn't have his own injury history, might have players just kind of, or, teams kind of, stepping back a little bit, like, ooh, maybe that's, Derek's not our guy. But could DeJounte, who's still very young and a great defensive player and still has room to grow as a player, could it be DeJounte and a first-round pick and maybe a role player, Thaddeus Young, something like that? I don't know. I don't see it happening. If it did, I would welcome him, wish him the best. I always say on this channel, whoever is wearing a Spurs uniform, whether I make a joke or not, because I like that joke around this channel, if they're wearing a Spurs uniform, I'm going to root for them. And if number 11 came, which, you're going to have to change your number if you come here. Optimus Primo's got that number. If he came here, I'd root for him. And I wish him the best, but it also would put us in a weird situation where we had the superstar, but just one. I mean, we had DeMar DeRozan. That wasn't enough last year to get us to the playoffs, or the previous year. Is Kyrie enough to get us to the playoffs? Or Kyrie plus some of these young guys that we think can really develop? Keldon Johnson on the top of that list. For me, at least, could it be enough to get us to the playoffs? I don't know. But it'll be curious to see what happens with Kyrie moving forward. Is he going to just sit out the whole year? and lose out on what, 15, $16 million. I don't know. I don't know his contract, but I know it's going to be millions of dollars. So I know he's getting beat up on the media right now, but he's doing what he believes in, and I do respect that. And if he comes to San Antonio and he plays for us, I'll wish him the best. Short video today. That's all I got. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, go Spurs, go!